if not a late race, you know. Today we got QueenSnopea, host extraordinaire, and Dango v Starfish, memer boards extraordinaire. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, viewers.
So yeah, we got another elimination match today. One of these great runners are going to be heading home. So I'm tickled pink to find out which one. Although it's always a sad day to like find out, you know, which one. I hate when people have to be eliminated, but there wouldn't be a winner if there weren't losers. So, or not winners, I guess. Okay, Dango, it's been a while since you've done any racing. How are you feeling about today's race?
Well, as you can see, GDO, I've deleted everything except the one Ginger Minute file, so that shouldn't go wrong this time.
Yeah, good. Yeah, very
No,
good.
I mean, like last time that I raced, I had just come off of like a 12-hour day and I was sleep deprived, so I made some boneheaded mistakes. So, I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna like PB or anything, but I'm hopefully will be a little bit more awake and alert for this one.
Yeah. Okay,
Better than last
perfect.
time's always a good goal.
Yeah. Snopey, you just raced recently. How are you feeling? Practiced?
We'll see. I did a little bit. I played the game the past few days. Did I play it well? Not necessarily. I replaced my rubber bands today because they looked like they were about to break. So we are prepared
Very nice.
as
And
can be.
I just realized I was still on the starting soon screen. So, but at least audio is going through.
I
So.
was about to say if there was no
Yeah,
audio.
I made sure to turn on the audio for sure. Okay. Dango.
Alright.
Prepping the file just one more time just to be safe.
Be safe.
Okay. Are you both ready to go?
Yep.
Yep.
Sweet. I'll count you down and then we'll get her started. So start it up in 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck.
Alright.
Good luck.
Alright, off they go. Let's go ahead and get my music muted. We'll get some game audio up in this bitch. And here we go. So, not a great start for Snopey. Already down a Klungo cutscene skip. So, Dango's going to get a little bit of a head start here. But Dango also has quite a hill to climb. I know I say that at least once per race, but it's also, you know, it's also true in a lot of cases. Yes, a lot can happen in these races, but PBs are PBs. And Snopey's got a minute over Dango in terms of PB, so he'll take that 14 seconds, no problemo, from the Klungo cutscene skip. Sorry if the music is a little loud. It's hard for me to tell what the audio levels are like. All I have are the bars from my OBS, but I think everything sounds good for me, so hopefully it sounds good for you. We got green potion starting off with Dango as well. Green for Snopey as well. So, always nice to have a nice even start. Wow. Dango shot an extra blue egg. That first blue egg at Klungo was... It looked really early. I thought for sure that the egg just wasn't going to... Ooh, Snopey's really far back there. That egg wasn't... Yeah, there was no chance in hell. Alright, at this point, I would just get into Talon Trot and run, because if Klungo's running in the opposite direction, those eggs are going to crack before they hit him. I mean, you can spray and pray the eggs, but, I mean, there's no guarantee that Klungo doesn't run the opposite direction when he's entirely invisible. But, luckily, Snopey hits him with an egg. He walked all the way away. That's sometimes the unfortunate truth. He does that. That's why it's good to get into Talon Trot. So Snopey's got a pretty awful start to this race. This is going to be like a 237-ish. Yeah, 236 Klungo won. That's like, on a green potion, that's like... that's almost plus, like, 45 seconds, at least. So, suddenly that minute lead that Snopey has over Dango just... It doesn't seem so big anymore. Time for a comeback. It's gonna take a comeback. I mean, obviously, you know, I keep saying, you know, there's the minute difference, but that's if Dango plays to his PV. I've been in tournaments with Dango before, and Dango's a competent 2E player, so... And I mean, the last races Dango was in, he had the wrong manip file up for one of his races, and so he had to, like, kind of route on the fly. So, why did you get a French Domino's ad? Well, do you live in a French-speaking nation? I'm also Canadian, so maybe you're seeing Canadian ads. Not that the part of Canada I live in is French-speaking, but... Dango has a 45.08 PB in this tournament, and I don't know if Dango's done a whole lot of running, just because I'm pretty sure he has a busy schedule. West Coast. I'm West Coast too, so yeah, I don't know. It's forever a mystery. Just enjoy your Le Pizza. Dango having some problems here with GGM early. Enough time that Snopey's just gonna, like, straight up almost catch up. So, Dango losing 10 seconds over his splits. 5.08 with a green potion Klungo isn't a super great, Klungo, not Klungo. Isn't a super great GGM early, or super great split. So, Snopey's definitely caught up a lot here. First try GGM early as well from the front. Also, Potato Show, I gotta say, I do enjoy Domino's. Domino's is wonderful. And I mean, people always talk about how bad Domino's in the States is, but I actually think Domino's is better in the States than it is in Canada. There's a lot more variety in pizza, I found. But I don't know, to each their own. It also could be the establishments, you know. Certain places have certain qualities of their, you know, restaurant. It's like how every McDonald's and every Taco Bell has different quality of food, even though it's, you know, the same place. Like, take Little Caesars, for example. I've had some of the best cheap pizza and some of the worst pizza, period, at Little Caesars. Whew, I think Dango just barely exploded that box at, like, the very edge. How gauche. To those in the chat who don't speak French, that's funny because gauche means left in French. None pizza with left beef is a great meme, though. it's a meme that stood the test of time, just because it's very relatable. Although one thing about that meme is like the beef it's not even like ground beef. It's just like it's basically meatballs, beef balls, like I don't know. It's a confusing meme. I don't know. And I mean, you see that kind of like meat ballage when you order like a pizza with Italian sausage or something. Usually they have tiny little balls of sausage. But I digress. Kind of coming up on the first jam jars of the run. Are we gonna have a bonk? No. Let's see, leaving that 8:34. We can see what kind of time Snoopy's gained over Dango over the course of the GGM. A little bit of trouble at the waterfall. Snoopy got second try, exploded a little bit in the water. So it looks like it's gonna be like just under 35-ish. Yeah, like 32 seconds behind, so 5:29 versus 5:08 enter GGM, so Dango's definitely had a better GGM overall so far, but Snoopy's caught up time overall in the race. This is a mine, not a well. I mean, there's water, right? Hey there, Sunder. But then again, does having water classify it as a well? I feel like it doesn't matter if a well has water in it. The well is the structure. Very safe movement from Dango on the pillars. Your water bottle is a well. It's quite well defined. Haha. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, like... It's a great emote. G and hole up. Oh man, I thought Snoopy was gonna jump right off that lamp. I think the well is like the structure surrounding the hole in the ground, right? I mean, to make a well, all you need is like rocks, right? The cylindrical rock wall surrounding the hole. Does that make it a well? Because it's still a well if there's no water in it, right? Oh, Snoopy gets the first bonk. The lose get... Or I guess the poor get poorer. Is a toilet a well? Whoo, that was an insane setup for that fire egg switch. That was very, very fast. If I remember, I'm gonna have to give kudos to Snoopy for that one. Nympheus is just using the discussion as an excuse to pun. Nintendo has proven you can recycle old poop-looking textures from N64 and make it a whole-ass Pokemon New Gen Switch game. I mean, I feel like Nintendo is no, you know, I don't know. They reuse textures in all their sort of games. I mean, look at all the old N64, NES, SNES. A lot of textures being used between two games. I think recycled is the word I'm using, right? As long as the studios are the same, they can reuse their assets. I like this puzzle spread from Snopea a lot better than I did Dango. Yeah, 93, easy. With Dango's, he kind of had to go all around a little bit more. Hey there, Welsh. So, yeah. I'm not surprised that was a 93 puzzle. 93 is great for a race. Genuinely forgot how to banjo. All you gotta do is pick up a controller and start doing it. It doesn't take long for the wheels to get turning again. Unless, of course, you're playing Banjo-Kazooie, in which case it's just, you know, you really gotta dig your heels in. But I mean, Banjo-Tooie still has some hard stuff to come back to. Depends on what category you're playing. There's a lot of setups in this game for stuff that are hard to get back into. N64 is easily my favorite console. A lot of the games were terrible and looked terrible, but I don't know. Most of the fun I had growing up was all on GameCube and N64. Although I did play a lot of Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo, before the N64 came out, was real good. Played myself a lot of F-Zero, Mario Paint, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario All-Stars. That is... Whoa! I can't believe that worked. That was a very thin-looking beak bomb. Although I feel like every time I watch Snopea do JSG early, I comment on how it looks like she's balling out of control. Ooh, Dango a little bit too close to the snake bouncing off. I feel like for me it's like, I just accept the fact that I'll have to step back to fire my grenade shot. Just because every time I try and get like really close to like, you know, or really far away from the snake but grabbing the jiggy, I end up accidentally waking up the snake. I feel like the strat that Xenuricus and General Toucans were doing where you don't get into Talon Trot and you just like flap from the edge of the brambles is the strat, because then you're just always in the perfect spot. I mean, there's a lot of games that like, had powerful updates with the expansion pack that made like everything look really good, I guess. But I mean, not many. Or you know, a lot of games, you know, the expansion pack just kind of let you play in widescreen. Yeah, Sunder, I said that it kind of at the beginning of the race. Like, Snopea's time loss basically all came from one split. Like, Dango's a great banjo player, but Snopea's PB is just so much better. Ooh, That was a really low-looking beak bomb. Both of them got pretty good flies, although one fly kind of giving each of them trouble. Yeah, after Snopea didn't crash land on the treble clef, I thought for sure that she was going to crash land on the field, but then somehow didn't. Yeah. Enter Prison Compound 1752 for Dango and 1806 for Snopea, so they're now only 14 seconds apart, so Snopea has saved a lot of time, for sure. But here's where the gap could be dramatically increased or decreased, you know, depending on how their prison codes go. Ooh. Oh, I think Dango should have gone for code 2 immediately. Oh, well, good thing he didn't. If I accidentally landed on the moon, I probably would have done the codes in just, you know, second try code, third try code, first try code, and then I would have got third try code. Alright, Snopea not having first try code. Okay, Snopea with second try code, so not terrible. So I guess Dango got 1.2 tried code because he had to push an extra button. Breaks through in Sunshine. Is it ace? Or is it just something crazy? Oh, you don't know any of the individual codes? It's kind of funny. I mean, it's kind of like that for me with the Mott's hand pattern in BK. Like, I can look at the keys and I can tell you which order you press them in, but I couldn't tell you which keys, you know. Like, I couldn't tell you, like, which keys they are, kind of thing. But I guess it's just one code, it's not like individual codes. So I guess they're nothing alike at all, really. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of like the, not see me fish codes, the, crispy bacon codes. Kind of an awkward puzzle for Snopea. Or for Dango, I mean. 86 isn't terrible, but it's definitely slower than you want. These are great pieces for Snopea, too. Damn, that was almost a 90. 93.89 is pretty crazy. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be a gold split. Yeah, I've said that a lot on this stream, Nympheus. Like, every time I do Booter or, you know, I start thinking about two things and I go, there's you know, as I talk through them, I realize there's similarities, but they're really not the same. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at puzzles myself. Alright, let's have a look at Dango's next puzzle. This puzzle pattern looks really good, though, except for these last two, where Dango has to kind of move in opposite corners. So, 82. I feel like a lot of time is just spent with the hand, just kind of sitting. Yeah, but yeah, Snopea's just got really good movement with the hand. 84 compared to 82, so arguably this is Snopea's worst puzzle for sure. You think I can buy a pizza for 20 bucks in Canada? What are you on, Asmi? Your friend has a camera with a fucky lens. Appareil. Papare. 2 Tim Hortons pizzas? You mean flatbreads? Flatbreads aren't real pizzas. Shout out to Banjo Runner. Shout out to Asmi who thinks pizza is cheap out here. I mean, if I got pizza from Tim Hortons, Domino's, Little Caesar, I could get it for cheap. But any decent like local pizza place, like cheap like large pizzas are like almost 23 bucks. Asmi's a Banjo Runner. He's just washed up. Witchy World time. I don't have a line of pixels today. At least I didn't see one. Oh yeah, I do. That's from Snopea's picture. So you can blame Snopea for not cropping her stream correctly. I mean, look at the game. Look at the game feed. The game is lined up perfectly on the left-hand side, except for the bottom where that picture sticks out. It's cropped perfectly, except for the very bottom, where a pixel of white sticks out. That's what we're talking about, Nympheus. It's not cropped perfectly. There's a pixel of white overlapping. We're gonna have to ask her to fix it after the race. To be like, no. It's okay, I like leaving things on the stream. No, Dango, you gotta be at the height of your jump. There you go. Potato Show knows how it's done. Alright, so it looks synced, basically, but Snopea still has to learn Split Up. Uh-oh! Tent rope shenanigans. Okay. Dango makes it up. But flutters out of Talon Trot. And now gold feathers. Dango, you're pressing the wrong button. Okay, now it's basically even. Yes, that's true. Alright, so we got ourselves a real smoking race now. That looks very left. Oh, it worked. Got our comeback. We'll see who resets first. So, Snopea hit the button and reset before the cutscene, so Snopea slightly in the lead now. It's under the game feed. That means the game feed is, the game feed isn't left enough. I don't know. Whatever, I'll keep it there for Asmi. It'll keep him company. got the stream on your vertical monitor. You know, I have a turning monitor. I guess it can, like, you know, I can use it horizontally or vertically. But I've never, ever found a reason to ever use it vertically. It's 77 versus 79. That is true, Nympheus. So it's either I leave it to the runner or I stretch Snopea's video like a half a pixel to the left. Seems like it's hashtag not my problem. There you go. It's Asmi's fault. La malfaisance says it's my fault. Alright, Snopey with a very clear couple seconds lead now. Dango's still on PB pace, though. Dango's only plus 3.4 seconds. So we could definitely see a PB here if Dango has a good JRL Klungo Heg 1. Unless, of course, the gold splits are based off of a double green potion. Dango takes the lead. So, what Snopey tried to do there was beak bust onto the high part of the fence. You gotta beak bust onto the low part of the fence. That sign is like ever so slightly too high to make it up with a beak bust. Now Snopey can't decide what character. She's too busy changing her stream to focus on the game. Yeah, that's really hard to do on purpose, though. I mean, I think Snopey wouldn't have even been, like, next to where the note was. That is gonna get meme signed. Yeah. I'm not sure if Snopey meant to land there, or if she just got, like, you know, clipped by the door. Either way. Dango taken off. Dango looks like he's not fast swimming, though. So, Snopey is definitely gonna gain a lot of ground here. Because Snopey is one of the best fast swimmers in the tournament, for sure. I think out of everyone in this tournament, I think Snopey and General Toucans have some of the best fast swimming out of everyone. Inky hates Snopey. Not today. The swim through the first, or through the middle of the octopus looked kind of rough, though. It's like almost a little too far away. I think Snopey thought that there was going to be one more flap. And then there wasn't, so we didn't get the note. Alright, makes it up. That's going to go back into the water. Alright, so as you can see, a little bit of time saved. Snopey was in the water way after Dango. And now they're basically just, you know, a death warp apart. Banjo runners will use literally anything but the metric system. Bad death animation RNG. You know, I really missed the whole, like all the old Banjo memes. When you said bad death animation RNG, it just reminds me about Jiggy rotation. God, that's gotta be one of my favorite old Tooie memes. Banjos are a very Imperial System instrument. I mean, you could measure things by banjos. You know, instead of feet and inches, it's banjos and kazooies. Or banjos and kazoos. How many kazoos are in a banjo? It's gotta be at least 7 or 8, right? Or how many kazoos in a banjo? Definitely no kazoo that's as big as a banjo. Kazoo meters. Ooh, Snopea gets bad blue potion Klungo RNG. Ooh, but kinda worked out in the end. So unless they're Dango's gonna get like basically pushed to the loading zone. Oh, he got pushed exactly to the loading zone. Didn't need to even move. That's some good RNG there. Well, good move position, I guess. Getting pushed right into the loading zone feels real good. So this first race, unless there's a bonk right here, looks like it's gonna come down to the Hag 1 fight. If Dango has a decent Hag 1 fight over Snopea, then it's gonna be close. I mean, they're already so close together. Dango's best possible time here is showing 44.56. Definitely PB potential. Snopea's best possible time is also 44.56. So, right now, both of them have the exact same sum of... the exact same best possible time. Snopea still has one more split to go, though, whereas Dango doesn't. So, DCW to the warp pad and GGM. Nah. Got a DCW to plateau. Talk to the Jiggy Wiggy statue. Or honeybees. I really hope I don't have to count frames here. At least I'm used to my method now. Like, I've done it enough times this tournament. Whereas if I had to do it, it wouldn't take forever. He's a small round snack. Wouldn't he be a starfish-shaped snack? Yeah, Chat GPT just import stream 1 or input stream 1, input stream 2, input your credit card information. Bam, you find out who wins. Every mistake in this Hag 1 is gonna matter. So, gotta hope they both have good. I actually don't know what Hag 1... If Dango's best possible time matches Snope's best possible time here, I would imagine that Dango just uses fire eggs. But it's gonna be like so hard to compare because I didn't see what time Dango entered Fuel Depot to get like that exact time. Either way, Hag 1 starts here for Dango, the Starfish. And we'll see the Hag 1 method. Okay, so Dango does use just fire eggs. Not with any aim though, just kind of aiming up. So. And Snope does use aiming, so. Both of them doing just fire eggs, so at this point, it's Dango's race. Unless things go wrong later on. Snope's races are all cursed to be frame counts. It has happened to Snope every time, right? I'm pretty sure it was... No, it was Azmi and Duck. That's right. Azmi and Duck had that happen. Okay. Even if you miss shots with the fire egg aiming method, it doesn't really matter. Because you're going to get 2 cycled anyway, so there really isn't any way to speed it up. Because it's going to be slow no matter what, so... taking the time to aim is, or re-aim, kind of doesn't matter so much. That's one of the really good, things about this strategy, is that there really isn't any, like, it's very a consistent way to do the fight in terms of timing, because you're always going to have the same time, really. The only things that are faster or slower are the end phases where you kind of fight to the death and you might have to run around a little bit, or your clockwork shots into the back of the drill. So both of them have taken a little bit of damage in the first couple phases, so we might see some running around grabbing honeycombs just to prep up for the end of the fight. Looks like Dango's going for some honey, pooping a fire egg just because, and then obviously no need to go for grenades, so. Snope jumping very close to the end of the drill there. Not that it really matters, it's just a little bit of damage, but what's a little damage? Dango's okay. I wasn't sure when the drill stopped chasing him, but I thought Dango was getting into a kind of a weird position there. Dango's very far away here, but still aiming just fine. Come on, Dango. There we go. Just kind of pecking in place. So that's a little bit of time lost leading up into the first battery phase. So Snope slowly gaining seconds with every mistake that Dango makes. Obviously, Dango Gonna be gaining seconds with every mistake Snopey makes. But so far, Snopey's had a pretty clean fight. I think both of them have been pretty clean for their methods that they're doing. The only major thing is Dango pecking in place there during the first battery phase. That was kind of bad. Snopey's taking a lot of damage. Alright, Dango's already here for the second clockwork shot. Snopey with kind of an... Ooh, that's an awkward movement. Snopey's gonna have to aim. Woo! Didn't have to aim. I thought for sure that was gonna nail the corner of the drill. Alright, so Dango's got a pretty sizable lead going into the end here. So, this is... I mean, if Dango has a good end, it's not over yet. Dango's looking to get a pretty good PB here. Uh-oh. But this is where things get a little messy for Dango. Okay, down to 30 health. Snopey switching to blue eggs a little too early. If I were Dango, I would get closer to the drill for sure, but... come on, Dango. Alright, Snopey going into the 30 phase as well. Dango is just like... Yeah, Dango's not winning this. Dango, it's so hard to aim at Grunty at the very, like, that far away from the drill. Especially, like, because Snopey can just aim up and there you go. Got the cursor, but with Dango, it's like, you gotta kind of aim all over the place. Time for Snopey. Let's go ahead and pull her in. Alright, GG's Snopey.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I golded Hag 1. I got a 707.
And time for Dango.
Oh my god, that was
45,
close.
12. Alright, GG's. GG's. So, Snopey takes round 1. Very rough start for you, Snopey.
Yeah.
Very rough.
Not good, no.
Dango, are you here? We can't hear
Might
you.
have... Oh, there we are.
Oh,
I was
there you
muted.
are. Oh, okay.
What was Snopey's time?
Like 45 or 44:56.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You,
GG.
yeah, you were very ahead of Snopey going into second battery destruction. Like, I think you had around 7 or 8 seconds on Snopey, but it just is so far away from the drill. It's very hard to aim there. And Snopey aimed with the cursor instead of just kind of like aiming directly up. And so I think that's what cost you in the end.
Wow, I can't believe I was actually like ahead if I can fight Hag 1. That's fun.
Yeah, the last 40 health was kind of rough. Like, I mean, even going down to 30 health, you managed to aim up at her, and like you went into that cutscene where she throws the Ugger out of her drill. Like, you were still ahead there by at least 5 seconds kind of thing, but then just not being able to aim properly during the during that phase, it definitely took you out for sure. Lots of not a bad run though overall. Like, it was sad that you didn't get a PB. I was definitely rooting for the PB being 11 seconds ahead into Hag 1.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of deserved not to PB after that Witchy World tent. I don't know if you saw that one.
Oh, we saw it. We definitely saw it. You know, obviously the tent rope, you know, shenanigans happens, right? But then gold feathering twice was a new one on the tent.
Yeah.
Thought that was kind of funny. Yeah, after, I think both of you guys were synced grabbing the yellow Jinjo on top of the tent. So, I mean, you were pretty far ahead of Snopey for the majority of the race, just because Snopey had like a 2:36 Klungo won.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough the start of the race. So first, Snopea failed Klungo cutscene skip, and
the Klungo fight itself, I think, is literally the worst I've ever had.
yeah. So you were standing too far back
A
for
little
the
far
egg to
away,
hit
yeah.
Klungo. Yeah.
Hmm.
When the moment you shot your egg, I was like, "There's no way this hits Klungo
Yeah.
at all." So, and Klungo, like when you first saw Klungo kind of go translucent, if
Hmm.
he's running away from you, don't try and shoot him with
Shouldn't have even
eggs,
tried.
because
No.
if he runs away, the eggs just never hit because he can outrun the eggs. So at
Yeah.
that point, you just got to get into Talon Trot and just peck him. Like
Yeah.
it
Realized
is,
that a bit too late.
yeah, yeah,
I don't think I've ever had him run directly away like that.
yeah.
Usually like side to side kind of. So
I
yeah,
mean,
just
of all the
first
bad
time for
green
everything.
potion Klungo egg shots we've had in this tournament, I think the luck that you had here was the worst I've ever seen. Normally it's not so bad, but
Like he'll run kind of in random directions here and there. He was
yeah,
just going fully
yeah, he
back
kept
to the
running fully
entrance.
away too, so that's even worse.
Yeah.
What else? I guess your MTs looked pretty okay. Again, I freaked out at your JSG early, as is tradition.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
scary beak bomb to Bovina's field for you, Snopey.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah,
Oh, my flies were almost really good, but I shot
yeah,
like 3 eggs at one of them and just
yeah.
didn't hit
Dango had
it.
the same thing. Like all the flies were good except for one of them that the egg just couldn't
Uh-huh.
hit. So I was telling Dango that you guys were synced, grabbing the yellow potion or yellow Jinjo on top of the tent.
Ah.
Just because
Uh-huh.
you'd caught up most of your time by prison compound, and then just when it looked like you might get ahead, you know, Dango got first try code and you got second try code. So,
Mm.
good on you, Dango, by the way, for doing first try instead of going with your moon hit. Because when you landed on the wrong button, I just said like if I landed on moon by accident, I would just do the moon star sun star star code, and then just kind of go on and do that sun moon star moon sun code last, and I would have got third try code from that. So good.
Yeah,
That's funny.
But yeah,
that was actually worked out in my favor.
so, yeah, you guys were Snopey. You were ahead of Dango by like a second after the Witchy World reset, and then Dango got quite a bit of a lead after your hilarious notes and
Yeah,
plateau.
I had some plateau
Yeah,
problems.
and
I
then
just like I don't know, I haven't failed it in so long, so I don't know where to
yeah,
stand to try to get the
you did
others.
catch up a lot on the swim, just because Dango is, you know, not a fast swimmer. And then yeah, after that it just Klungo 2 kind of worked out good for Dango. So in the end, epic race. It was definitely a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, but hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully the next race is just as epic. Do we need
Excuse
any
me,
more of a
yeah.
break, or are you guys ready to go into game number 2?
I'm good
I'm ready to
whenever.
go.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll count you down and we'll get her started. So good luck on game 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. And good luck.
Good luck.
All right, let's go ahead and get myself started a little bit later than I would. Just because not only is my timer not at 3.77, but I also started it like a second late, so I'm like 6 seconds delayed. You know what? Let's get myself all synced up properly here. Let's start at 30 seconds and go there. And now my timer's synced up with them. Isn't that great? So unfortunately, Dango with no PB coming out of that race, very close. And we've seen that he definitely can. Dango's sum of best is a 43.26 compared to a PB of 45.08. So Dango definitely has at least like easily like a 45-second PB on the horizon. He just needs a good run. So, blue potion versus red potion. Unfortunately, blue potion seems to be, you know, very common for races that don't pan out. As I've been the guinea pig for that. Red potion, very easy start. It looks like Dango's going to go for the egg shot for blue potion, which is very risky, but I mean, when you're playing from behind, sometimes you just... Oh, nope, Dango's not going to egg shot at all. Oh, he is! Oh, but that Klungo ran in the way. I would have at least moved out of the way a little bit more, just so there's a little bit, kind of a hole that you can shoot through, rather than hoping that Klungo clone doesn't, you know, doesn't swing his arm. He was definitely protecting the main body, for sure. So Dango with one wrong clone is going to be quite a bit behind in the start of the race. I think a wrong clone is like 15 seconds or so. Plus you're in the middle of the arena, but he'd probably be in the middle of the arena anyway if he was pecking the clone. So yeah, 219-ish. Klungo 1. Says 18, but it was basically 219. So that's around 16-ish. Well, yeah, around 13, 14 plus the run from the middle. So, kind of rough. Either way, again, like I said, Snopea getting red potion, very nice and easy start to the race. All you have to do is kind of just poop the egg and wait for the push. Just responding to a message real quick. Sorry for the blank commentary. Not that there's too much to say right now. There's, you know, 2 cutscenes going on. Yes, Squeak. All of the races in the bracket stage of this tournament are best 2 out of 3. Just because they're pretty short. So I thought, you know what? There's a lot of RNG involved in this, and so I decided, you know, pools, you know, group stage, it would be best of 1. But all of the bracket stage races are best 2 out of 3. So Snopea is up 1-0 in the set. And so if Snopea wins, it's over. And if Dango wins, then they go to game 3. Whew. Dango coming out of Talentron on the walls. I hate jumping down that hallway. I tried to learn it once, because, I mean, jumping is usually pretty good. But I just can't do it there. Snopea with a very awkward line in Wooded Hollow, trying to avoid that Grunny Dactyl. Sometimes enemy RNG is just so terrible. Hopefully we'll see a better GGM early from Dango here. Snopea's got it pretty easy going on the front. I mean, it's still not free, but it's freer. Like, not only was that like a really, really good line, but I mean, like I said, also front and back is very lenient compared to the sides. So Dango's probably going to be going for the sides yet again. And that almost looked like it worked. So did that. That one actually did work, so that's good. So far, I gotta say, the beginnings of this race are a lot better than the beginnings of the last race. I think Dango, well, obviously Dango had a much better Klungo 1 in the first race, but I mean, a 218 Klungo 1 is still better than a 236 Klungo 1. It's just like, you know, when it rains, it pours kind of thing. And I think Klungo running away from you non-stop is pretty boring. Red Potion is like the only Klungo that's kind of hard to mess up on. Just because it's like, even if you miss the egg for some reason, like after Klungo lands after his butt stomp, he kind of just stands there. So... that was hella advanced. I don't even remember what I said. Oh, talking about how a 236 is worse than a 218. I mean, telling the time isn't really math, is it? That's more physics, right? Good, Snoopy waiting a safe amount of time after the, you know, rising out of the water to do detonator levitation. Dango tried to go for it very quick, but unfortunately failed the first time, but still got it the next time. 2.36, 2.18. Yeah, but it's not math, it's time. I said 236, not 2.36. Unless you're like operating in base 60, right? I mean, I guess that's what time is, right? Yeah. Should get the fabric of the universe to just switch to base 60. Whoa! Dango sliding down. Caught just the perfect angle. Whew! Yeah. I'm surprised Dango even made it to the ledge there with a beak bust. That was a very awkward line, all leading over. Oh! Snoopy falling over. I thought for a second, with how laggy it looked right there... Ooh, man, there's just so much to talk about with that bonk. With Snoopy sliding off the ledge the way that she did, I thought maybe she could have saved it with a frame perfect mid-air jump. It's a lot easier to mid-air jump in this game than it is Banjo-Kazooie, just because of the lower frame rate. And it would have been sick as hell, not gonna lie. Like, the only mid-air jump I feel like... I mean, there's not really many scenarios where you even would mid-air jump in this category. I always try to go for one when you get out of the Witchy World, like, pool. But it really doesn't do anything. It's probably the worst mid-air jump ever. Alright, P-Hut basement conquered for Snoopy. Very proud of Snoopy for not getting into Talon Trot there. I feel like a lot of people would, myself included. Oh no, that's not gonna make it. Oh, Dango just walked off? Is he going for pillars? Oh no, he's going back. I can't tell if Dango walked off on purpose there or just like didn't know the way. Like, if it's the case where Dango has like, you know, a really, really dark monitor or TV and can't see the way, then I guess it makes sense. Pepper Plessy. Oh my god, that almost missed too. And Dango pecks... Dango pecks really far to the left there. I mean, it's just a longer line to make it onto, like, the platform. If Dango would peck a little bit, you know, directly at the lamp, he would land sooner. Whereas if you, like, try and go for the left side of the lamp like that, I mean, it's just a longer distance to cover. So not only was Dango, like, really far behind from, you know, the Klungo 1, but falling in Power Hut Basement is basically a death sentence. And I mean, right now, right now Dango has the best possible time of 45:04. And Snopea has the best possible time of 43:12, so the difference there is almost 2 minutes. So, I really think it's over for Dango, just straight up, at this point. I mean, there's always a chance that, you know, shenanigans happen. We've seen Snopea have some of the hag ones of all time. For sure. I mean, especially considering Snopea, like, just woke up before we started the race. Like, Snopea was up for, like, maybe a half hour or 45 minutes before the race started. Alright, let's see what kind of puzzle Dango can get here. I really like Dango's puzzle spread here. I don't like starting with that piece, though. I think starting at the top probably would have been better, but... I mean, in the end, you kind of have to put all the pieces in anyway. And in the end, it's like going from left side to right side, so... Yeesh. Alright, this time I won't freak out at Snopea's Jade Snake Grove early. Just because I know it's gonna look weird, I know it's gonna look really close. That looks like a better angle. Oh my god! Okay. It worked. Did I say that was puzzling? Perhaps. Good to see Snopea wasn't affected by the changing of time. Well, when Snopea first joined the call, I said, "How was your sleep?" And she went, "Yes." So, hard to say. Hard to say, really. Alright, nice gold split for Dango. Interesting split to have that much of a time save on. Unless, you know, every split either had a bad fire switch, a bonk, or like an 88 MT puzzle. Oh, Snopea actually gold splitted the Enter MT split as well. Ooh, Snopea almost landed. It always looks really swag when runners do that during their beak bombs, where they kind of get caught on the banana, but don't actually land. Because then you're in the perfect spot to, like, you know, just pick up the jiggy as you go over top of it without, what's it called? The bonk. Like, just basically drew all the thoughts out of my brain. Did a race with clocks rolling over and mucked up the times. Schlong was chasing me by any means possible. Okay, I'm not sure what Snopea's doing here. Ooh, oh, come on, 2 feathers. No, okay, so Dango may as well just land here. Being right up against the wall is bad, because you basically can't, like... You basically can't pick up the jiggy in flight at that point by going, like, straight over. You kind of have to circle around for it. And I feel like that kind of negates the time that you save beak bombing over to the note. So you may as well just run down the steps at that point. Alright, no bonk for Dango. So I can't remember, did Snopea get the first bonk as well on Bill Drill? Or was that Dango this race? Pretty sure it was Dango, but I don't know, I can't remember. I was probably talking about something stupid. And I just can't remember what's going on in the race. Alright, no first strike code. Ooh, Dango's very, very far away from these flies. Second try code for Snopea. I like Snopea had really good flies in this race, and Dango's flies were just so shit. The first race, they were pretty comparable. I think Snopea's last fly was like an okay distance away, but she just couldn't hit it. But Dango's last fly in the first race was pretty far away. You don't think you've ever seen Snopea get a first strike code ever? Maybe it's happened in the tournament. I mean, Snopea's done a lot of races. Like a minimum in the bracket stage, she's done like, this will be race number 6 now. Plus another 4 in the group stage. I mean, there's always the chance. I mean, if you're a bad luck charm, it is what it is, right? Good old third try code for Dango. This is just such a bad run for Dango. Not only does he get hit by shenanigans, but he also gets a bonk. He gets third try code. He dies in Power Hut. I think everything under the sun has hit Dango at this point. $89, pretty nice puzzle from Snopea. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just happens, you know, when you're playing Banjo and, you know, things just don't go your way. Anyone who saw My Race versus Duck knows that very well. Yeah, Snopea is still on PV pace as well, so that's kind of nice. Snoopy's currently on pace for a 43.38 as long as the Witchy World goes well. You want to feel evil? Brother Darkness, are you a Kazooie or a Tooie banjo player? Sometimes the bear, does not play nice. Yeah. I feel like it's not the bear's fault. It's gotta be the bird's fault, right? Kazooie does have quite the attitude, right? Those are a pretty decent set of puzzles from Snoopy. I think Snoopy is better at puzzles than I am. At least moving the hand around. And I didn't see what time Dango got on his puzzle because I was too busy looking at chat. Because I'm a bad caster. Both casually, you're not good, you just toy with it when you have time. Fair enough. I always feel like I want to toy around with them more than I do. Playing Banjo-Tooie is really fun, but I really wish I had a better Banjo-Kazooie time. But I just can't sit down and play it, you know. Sometimes you just gotta turn it on and practice. But sometimes I could also just turn on a stream and watch it for 4 hours. That was a really terrible looking breakup from Dango's side. Well, I guess not really. All the left pieces are on the left, all the right pieces are on the right. Yeah. It was an 84, but I felt like it could have been a little bit more if, or a little bit higher if some of the pieces got picked up right away. That was a really, really hot puzzle from Dango, though. I changed my mind. I changed my mind about what I originally said about it. It looked terrible when it split up, but then when I looked at all the pieces, I was like, actually, this looks really nice. Yeah. Can't keep your eyes open? Alright. Have a good sleep, Potato Show. And yeah, I totally agree with that, Brother Darkness. It's hard to find time to put in when you're starting from the ground up. It's one of the things I really dislike about watching really good runners of a game when you're starting out is the unfair comparison. I watched a lot of you know, really good Tooie runners when I first started out. And I mean, I just kind of grinded away my time slowly, but originally there was that, like, you know, I'm not that good kind of feeling, so I must be doing something wrong. When really I just hadn't put in the time. That was almost the best dodge I'd ever seen from Snoopy. I don't know how that lever didn't hit her like the first time around. But Eventually I found some rivals to compare my time against who like weren't, you know, they were around my level. So I had time to, you know, compare lower. Well, almost, because Snopey did get hit. That first jump past the lever, I was like, you know, shocked, and then getting hit the second time, I was like, okay, there we go. Now we're in a just world. There you go. Third try on the Jiggy. I feel like who did we see that doing that? Candy Boots. Candy Boots was doing that as well in his race against Duck the other day. You really gotta yeah, just run up to the Jinjo. Okay, remember to grab a feather nest. Very good, because Dango didn't have enough feathers to Talon Torpedo the boulder. I don't even remember what I was saying now. Something about Banjo. Oh yeah, you really gotta wait until you're at the height of your jump to grab that Jiggy with a peck. Yeah, I was just about to say, definitely Snopey's best puzzle of the day. A 76 JRL puzzle is quite a lot of time. Oh man, Snopey lost 11 seconds on that split? Really? That seems high. Yeah, just a few times. Just a few times. I don't know how Snopey lost that much time on that split. Because, I mean, even a 76 JRL puzzle is losing, like, 6 or 7 seconds max. Could have been a late reset as well. Or just didn't mash into the, file select. Alright, I was about to say Dango couldn't possibly have a worse JRL puzzle than Snopey, but then that first piece just kind of got thrown in there. I thought it was a corner piece, but Banjo's hand was just blocking the one side, so it was fine. It was just a piece that looked similar. Alright, so tied with a 76. Alright, this time Snopey just grip grabbing straight up for the note. We're not dealing with any of the beak bus trampolining anymore. 76, the new standard. Snopey's really anxious to step on that switch. I'm pretty sure she did that in the first race as well. It's funny, all the little things that you see people do, just like, you know, from one game to the next. And I mean, obviously they're not on purpose. But it's, I mean, jumping on that switch is like so incredibly relatable though. Just because it's like, you know, you think you wait long enough for Banjo to stop moving, and then it's just like, nope, try again. It's such a feels bad. Alright, not the final stretch, but, well, I guess the final long stretch. Dango definitely too far away from the signpost there. Makes it up well enough onto the notes. Very good. Snope's gonna be schmoving with her fast swimming. We'll see if this swim past the Inky is a little bit safer than the first one. Those are very straight lines. I like that. That looked like a much safer swim than the first one, even though they're kind of the same. Banjo always fat until he don't want to be fat no more. I mean, Banjo is pretty fat in Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That's like basically the plot point of the game. Oh, Snoopy doesn't quite make it up. Gets tagged by the eel once, so not quite gonna be able to make it up without getting that Jam Jars refill. Dango's got this. Not unless Snoopy does something crazy. I mean, Snoopy could accidentally click into Mingy Jago. But I mean, even then, it's like, it's still looking, Is Dango slow swimming? Yes, Dango is slow swimming. Dango does not do the fast swimming. Yeah. There's a few things that Dango probably could have practiced a little bit over the course of the tournament. Obviously, Hag 1 aiming being one of the things. But, I mean, there's just not enough time for everything, you know? Especially if you have a busy life schedule, too. Alright, let's see what kind of potion Snoopy gets. Probably praying for green, but gets that nice red-blue combo. Snoopy does know how to sometimes, on occasion, make Hag 1 scarier than normal. Very true. Better than blue-red. Well, Dango might get blue-red. Dango started with blue. Very safe egg shot for Snoopy there. Obviously, blue potion during a race, you kind of have to. As we saw from Dango's blue potion. How many potions he's got to chuck? I was thinking like Cranky Kong from Donkey Kong Country, just like, oh, potions? What do you mean potions? And oh yeah, in Donkey Kong 64, Cranky gives you potions. That's right. Silly me, how could I forget? Donkey Kong 64 is a very dark area of my heart, of my gaming heart. I mean, I know I did go through that whole, like, N64 is my favorite console thing earlier, but Donkey Kong 64 has a special place in the bottom of my heart. Back in my day, Cranky would just tell you how things were back in his day. Yeah. What is it? Like, Cranky Kong is like the original Donkey Kong? Isn't that the lore? Don't know how people speedrun DK64. I mean, I had a lot of fun when I played 101. I would have really enjoyed, like, you know, keeping on going. But it was just such a long category. And I felt like I wanted to, like, learn NLE, but I just never got around to learning MMM. It's a problem with, like, speedrunning games that are longer than, like, a few hours. Because, I mean, like, yeah, I could have got better at 101 and my time would have been, like, you know, 5 to 6 hours if I got, like, really good. Or, like, you know, 6 to 6.5 if I wanted to put in a little effort. But I never cracked 7 hours, so... When's 301? I haven't done a 301 since the second 301. Which was like, I don't even remember when that was, like 2017-ish, I think. I mean, you can just P-brake when you're turning in post or keys. Snopea in the Hag 1 fight. P-breaks in Banjo-Tooie are great, because, I mean, you have, like, infinite time during, during several cutscenes. Like, opening levels, Dino cutscene, Boulder Jiggy. Although I guess Boulder Jiggy's a little different now. Is Hag 1 the last boss? Yes, Hag 1 is the final boss. Utilize a glitch called the delayed cutscene warp in order to warp into the location of the cutscene of the final boss during the you know, when you watch it during the boss menu. And now they're in the real boss in their file. So, once the fight is over, then the race is done. And Snopea has a very significant lead over Dango. God, I keep thinking I'm gonna mess up the name just because, like, you know, when you're in a tournament and you have a Dango and a Dingo, it's like, man. At least they never raced each other. That would have been hell on the brain. But at the same time, it's kind of sad. Not that this race isn't over yet. I'm basically calling it with my commentary, which is bad. But unless Snopea dies, there really isn't any stopping her from winning. This is a good time from Snopea. Snopea is currently plus 28 seconds on her PB. So this isn't going to be a PB at all. But it'll be within, like, a reasonable amount of her PB. Dango is currently plus a minute on his PB. So right now, Dango's best possible time is a 46:09 and Snopea's is 44:27. So the difference is, like, you know, more than a minute and a half. Yeah. Mid 44. If Snopea does as well as her gold, it'll be a 44-27. As me on Team Dango until the day he die. Both of them have been taking. Oh my god! Both of them have been taking a lot of damage though. At least Snoopy's healing up to full health. Dango's got 2 health missing, but hasn't had the chance to heal up yet. So I imagine he'll grab some health during the beginning of battery phase. I like that Snopea kind of gets out of the way and then brings up the cursor. Though I feel like just holding R to bring up the cursor and then just kind of strafing out of the way is just as good. Oh! Snopea taking out the Ugger. Yikes. At least she's like right behind the drill, so... Alright, is another... Oh, Snopea's going way around the Ugger this time. Oh my god. I'll try spinning, that's a good trick. Young Grunty, probably. Is this young Grunty, though? Still a huge lead, yeah. Snopea would have to do that, like, 5 times for Dango to catch up. I mean, Grunty is older in this game than any of the other Banjo games, I think. Except Nuts and Bolts. In Nuts and Bolts, she's like older, but I mean, in Nuts and Bolts, she's just a head with a robot body, so. Washed up rapper Grunty. Grunty doesn't rap in this game, though. She doesn't even rhyme. Michael Jordan Space Jam without the secret stuff. It's one of those lines I wish I would have come up with myself. It's an oddly specific comparison. Cheap viewers, go to hell. Alright, and time is coming up for Snopea. Just a couple shots to go. And time! 44:38. Let's go ahead and pull her in. Alright, GG's, Snopea. You are the winner.
Other than the... Aw.
Yeah, it was
Other than the
not a good
battery,
race for Dango.
that was like one of my least scary grunties, I think. Like, I took some damage at the start, but as long as it's before the spinning phase, who cares?
Yeah,
Or the chase, rather.
Yeah, Dango's just starting the 30,
the end
40
kind
to 30
of,
phase. Yeah, the end of the fight. Yeah, there was some unfortunate power hut basement death.
Oh no!
That occurred.
Is that what it was?
I'm gonna have to ask
noticed
about
that
because it looked like he did it on purpose, but it's hard to say. It kind of the whole like my screen is too dark, I may as well just die and try it again kind of thing. But I'm not certain, so. Ooh, and now Dango's taking a lot of damage. Okay, Dango's just pausing. Let's go ahead and pull him in.
Aw.
Alright, GG's.
GG.
Waiting on the
Yeah.
unmuting.
I saw that I lost, so I decided I'd just try for the R strat for the first time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw you go down to 1 health, and I was like,
Oh,
better
no.
better pause than die, I suppose.
Well, what I was doing, I was like watching on the screen, and I saw that Snopey had beaten me, so I'm just like, you know what?
Hmm.
Maybe I should try learning this R thing.
Yeah,
So
try
that was my
something
next startup.
new.
Yeah. It definitely feels awkward when you do it for the first time. Like, I remember when I
For sure.
originally made my tutorial on it, and I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty unfortunate start for you this race, Dango. You guys basically like swapped positions like from the first race. Did you die on purpose in Power Hut Basement, or did you just kind of like run the wrong way off the ledge?
I have enough experience in that room, like taking a long time to try to orient myself and still dying anyway, that I'm like, you know what? Just get it
Right.
over with.
Just
Yeah.
send it.
I had a
Yeah,
feeling.
that's fair.
Because
I get that.
it's funny because on watching your stream, you can very clearly see what's going on in Power Hut Basement because it's bright enough. But I guess on your end, it's probably a little dark to see. Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny, GDO, is that like the last time that I raced, we had this same conversation.
Yeah,
And the second after I death warped, I was like, wait, maybe I should have looked at the OBS like GDO told me to do last time. Oops, too late.
Yeah. I was gonna say, did you happen to look over it when you went back in there the second time?
No, I was too focused on not dying.
Yeah, after you died in Power Hut Basement, I was like, that almost looked like it was on purpose, and I said it probably was, just because, you know, when you try and struggle to go from pillar to pillar, it's like, you know, a lot of times it's slow, and if you can't see where you're going anyway, then you probably just thought, well, I'll just die and get it over with, kind of thing. So, yeah. And then, yeah, hitting the wrong clone at the beginning of the blue potion, that was pretty rough. I felt like you would have been good if you were standing ever so slightly more to the right, because that clone just decided to be like, hey, I'm over here, and then just kind of blocked your egg. So...
Yeah, I don't know, like, I'll take 50-50 blame on that. I do think he took a really sudden turn, but I probably was a little bit too greedy there.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, the egg shot is always risky on blue potion anyway, but, I mean, the clone definitely did juke you, for sure. Like, it looked like it was just running away, and then, you know, when you're mid-egg animation, you can't do anything, because if you try and save it by pointing somewhere else, then it just hits another clone, so you're kind of screwed either way, kind of thing.
Yeah, the power up time losses, like, it's just so rough because it's like even if you like kind of recover, you're still losing like 45 seconds. So after, I mean, I'm not even like unhappy with how I played after that, but it's just like it is what it is.
Yeah, I thought MT was, I mean, aside from missing the Jiggy on top of the temple, like bonking off that, I thought the rest of it was just fine.
Yeah.
Obviously, third try code sucks. But yeah, aside from that, Snopey, go back and watch your JSG early after the stream is over from the second race. I think you'll find it very funny.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about me.
I won't spoil it, but you'll probably understand where it's going when you watch it.
I definitely have, like, I'm not good at the timing, so I've ended up just getting in the habit of, like, wedging yourself into the like little nook that's up there and aiming afterwards. But it is a little scary.
I mean, whatever works. It's just funny. I just you know, just as a preamble to the clip, I did brace myself and I still freaked out. So
I don't know. I don't know if I hope you're watching or hope that you didn't notice what happened before my flies, which was me still on grenade eggs.
Oh yeah, when you blew yourself up twice?
I thought I was like, okay, Talon Trot, C up. Okay, nope, didn't get into Talon Trot. Okay, Talon Trot, C up. Nope, still not in Talon Trot. Just kept shooting myself.
If you didn't mention it, I probably would have forgot to mention it. Because, I mean, it was just one of those, like, what is Snopey even doing? Like, how hard is it to get into Talon Trot here, right? And so it was just kind of funny just watching you stand there shooting grenade eggs at yourself, and I was like, well,
For no
obviously
reason.
something's going on because this you
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing this on purpose, but I mean it just looked really funny.
I struggled to recover from that because I was just laughing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I gotta say overall your puzzles were pretty good.
Not as good as
in
the
both
first time,
races.
but
Yeah, I mean you
yeah.
and Dango both tied on your second JRL puzzles in the second
Oh,
race.
nice.
Nice double 76 JRLs. Only here on BanjoRace.
Yeah. I had like the exact opposite race I had last time, where like I was doing fine in the start and then lost it all at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall looking at Dango's splits, I mean, aside from that, you know, really bad
The
start
start.
going, you know, out of GGM, I think the splits were pretty good all the way up until the end. And same with yours. I mean, there was a little bit of an uptick. I don't know why you lost so much time on the Witchy World puzzle.
Yeah. No, it's JRL puzzle. I'm actually also not sure about that now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
because I looked
Like,
and
what
I
did
was
I
like,
do?
well, yeah, your JRL puzzle, I was like, 76 is like
I guess, yeah.
7 to 8 seconds max, well, 6 to 7 seconds maximum time loss. But I was like, why did you lose another 4 seconds there?
You know, I'm
Unless you
not
like
sure.
flapped out a Talontrod somewhere, but
I did have at least one time where after resetting in Jinjo Village, I had that thing where I just like slide forward and turn the camera instead of getting into Talontrot.
oh, or
I don't
maybe
remember if
that
it was
was
that time.
because I remember one time you had a trouble getting into one of the silos.
The sign. I spoke to a sign.
Oh, in
That
Jiggy
that was
Wiggies.
also in Jiggy Wiggy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that explains it because when you were entering
I was so
JRL,
lost.
when you were entering JRL, you know, you jumped
Yeah,
over the
I was just
sign,
like, I don't have to
and
worry
I
about
just
this.
didn't even think about it. But then on your way out, you definitely would have talked to the
Yeah.
sign from where you ran, and
Yeah.
I didn't say anything in the commentary, but I was kind of looking at that, like, where did you ever talk to a sign?
Yeah.
But
It was
I
in
didn't
Jiggy
notice
Wiggy.
you touched a sign in Jiggy Wiggies, so yeah.
I
very
forgot
good.
about that too.
All right, unfortunately, Dango, this is your exit from the tournament. I hope you had fun in the matches that you did play.
It was a good tournament.
Yeah. Do you have any plans for any more Tooie other than just timing random gig stuff?
When my work gets a little bit lighter, I do really want to go back and get more meme boards, world records, but I don't know if that'll happen right away.
Nice. Meme boards extraordinaire. Maybe one of these days I'll get off my butt and give you some competition.
It'd be fun. Let's do it.
Now that Alpha is a DK64 streamer, there's definitely some competition that needs to be had. Snopea, you're going to be moving on to round 2 of the losers bracket, where you'll be racing Duck.
Duck.
Yep. And so
schedule up.
Yep. Schedule up ASAP. That would be good. And good luck to you on that one. He's a fierce opponent. I almost lost. So
been running the game a little bit longer, just a tiny bit.
Just a teeny bit, yeah. And yeah, the next, unless you guys schedule before, the next race isn't happening until next Wednesday when Hag's gonna be racing Dingo. So yeah, so schedule up, and then eventually
Things
I'll race
are moving
Armicus,
along.
but yeah. Hopefully things
losers
move
bracket
on
has a ways to go before before you need to
exactly
get that match done.
Yeah. All right, that's it for me. Did y'all have any last words for the stream?
No.
GG, Snippy.
Thanks. Good races, honestly, it sounds like.
All right, GG's.